Hello, I'm Alisha Tate. I'm the publisher for Luxe Interiors and Design in Southern California, and this is Luxe Local on Design TV. Today, we have the pleasure of having Nancy G of Build It, Create It, and Design It join us. Welcome, Nancy.
Hi, Elisa. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being with us. So let's just get right into it. Let me know and let us all know, what is bcd-it?
So, bcd-it is my little baby that I created, started around 2015. That I realized from my background of being with production interior design companies and running them for 30 years, where we had design studios in one place for designers to come to meet with clients for the production home builder side, that they did not have that for the independent. So I started looking into some marketing to see, did it exist. I found out it didn't. It didn't exist in California. That was really my goal, is so I wasn't traveling as much. And then it didn't exist in the United States, and then we found out it didn't exist in the world. So I kind of morphed into kind of creating what independent designers needed. And that all started with a few designers that I helped start their business throughout their career. And then I used them to be contract designers for some projects we were working on. And they were like, oh my God, we forgot what it was like to have a design studio, to be collaborative with other designers, to have products right here, that we're not driving up and down what we would call Tile Row or State College Boulevard with our clients trying to find everything. So kind of one-stop shopping. So I took that model that was created for production designers and tried to recreate it for independents, and decided that this is a membership based business and that we become a collaborative is what we're doing.
That's amazing. Tell us a little bit about your background and how this got started.
Sure. So in 1988, I started working with a company called Warmington Homes and was in their construction side for several years. Prior to that, I was helping build the Four Seasons Hotel in Beverly Hills and worked for the owner of that company. And then moved into the residential business of home building. And what we found out after a few years is I wanted kind of a more permanent place to be, because I was working. They were so kind to teach me their business. And then I wanted kind of more of a place to be, because I became a new mom and there was just a lot of juggling and I needed my life to be a little bit simpler. And so I went over to the design side of the business, and I am not an interior designer, but I'm a business person. And what I was able to do was make sure that that design business became a profit center for the builder. The builders don't have, new home builders don't have a lot of profit usually buried into their um, uh, land development, things like that. But we became a profit center where the clients were able to come through and meet with one of our designers, and they would show them what came with the house and if they wanted to upgrade, how that happened. And I became somewhat of an icon in the industry because I started taking on all the options. So model homes back in 1990 were put together, and they were beautiful to sell to a certain buyer profile. What I found out is clients were asking us, can they get the cabinets that are in that model? We used to have to say no, that doesn't come with the house. And so finally, after a few years, I'm like, can we start taking these on? And they said, if you'd like to. So that's what I have done. And we morphed that business into an option business. So designers could, clients could come through and meet with their designer on a schedule, so that we did not hold up the house. So our whole goal in that industry is to personalize the house as much as we can without holding up the escrow on the house. And so we did that on a schedule, and that took a lot of coordination. It also took tracking and milestones and things that we had to follow up on, because the last thing we wanted was a superintendent to be upset with us that we were holding something on up on his house.
So walk us through a little bit about what services you do offer them, or what a member can expect. What angles of the business can you help them with? All things
Right.
like
So I should let you know we have two memberships that we offer, that I'm offering right now. The first membership is a one-time 6-month trial. So it's $900. And if this is not working for you, do not invest any more money in me. If I'm not adding any value to your business, do not do that. But after that, it becomes an annual membership. And the annual membership is $2,000. And for that, they have meetings with me weekly if they want it. Some of my clients meet bi-weekly with me. Some now meet monthly because they've been with me for the 5 years that we've been in business. And then what I do is we go through, I keep a notebook for each client that is for their business and all about what they're doing so that we have a history to go back through and see what they're doing. I help them put together projected business plans for their business and how that we can figure out how the business is actually going to do financially. And then monthly, we go through that projected business plan and turn it into actual, and we can see where we are and how are we doing with the business. Do we need to add staff and what we need to do? I help from the beginning. I help them set up their business and make sure that they have their licensing, they have their insurance, they have their website link, and they have websites, social media, that they're ready to go. So they can use the studio. If they need accounting, I have someone that I can refer for accounting services. I've got attorneys if you need an attorney. I have an insurance people if you need insurance. So I have installers if you need installers. But really what I'm really good at is making sure I'm networking and putting people together. I have contacts because of my 30 plus years of being in the industry. I've worked for many large companies where I have studios in other places that I have access to for my members, the people that are doing business with me, whether you're a service company, a manufacturer, or one of my members, is that we're all at the same level of working together to really keep our industry at an elevated level. And we meet weekly on Zoom, and I help them with their business. I hold them accountable to what they tell me they're going to do and what they need to accomplish. In addition to that, I have contracts that I can help somebody with contracts, and that they help them write their first contract so that they have a template for a contract that they can work on, disclaimers, and whatever they need to run a business. That's what I'm here to do.
Yeah, I know we've known each other for a while, and you first came to me with this concept, and I thought it was brilliant. And watching you for the past almost 6 years, growing this and executing this, and seeing firsthand how you have truly made these members successful is very inspiring. So I know firsthand, but share with us, what are your members saying? Because I know you have quite a bit of members, and they're not just new people in the industry. They're all types of people that can really benefit from you. So share with us a little bit about what your members are saying about your service.
Okay, so originally when I started this, what I thought people really wanted was the studio, so that they had a place to take their members, their clients to. And what I found out, I think it was at the end of last year, we've been around for a little bit, and I just asked them when we did our monthly meeting that we do as a membership group, as a community, I asked them, were they getting any value out of bcd-it and the services? Because as a startup company, I wanted to decide, am I moving forward? What should I be doing? And they said, yes, they were. The studio seemed to be like number 3 or 4 on their list as far as importance. What they felt the most importance was that they had a community, and they now have a network of people. I think we're up to 32 members today. So they have a network of people that they can reach out to, that they share services. Some of them might have another designer join them on a team, so that they like, for example, one of my members may need some design help, and so she wants to use one of the other members, and they'll pay her to do that. I have general contractors now that we're trying to partner with designers so that they become a team with an architect. We have an architect that's involved. I think there's 2 architects now that are involved. And so it's been so much fun to do this. I'm so passionate about helping people with their business because people took a chance on me and I'm taking a chance on them. But really, community was the first thing that came up as number one last year when we were asking about value. That's what they felt because being on your own, it can be very lonely working out of your house and doing all that. And we did survive COVID, which in the beginning, everybody thought they were going to lose their companies. And it ended up being a terrific year because people had to work at home and do their Zoom meetings and things like that. So home became a really important place. So we've gotten through all of that. So we are here and so happy to be here helping everybody.
And before we let you go, is there anything else you want to add? What
Sure.
else?
I'm here to help everybody. I feel like I can add value to your business, but you will be a participant and you'll have to participate in what happens. I don't do it to you. We do it together. And if you are interested in finding out more about bcd-it, please reach out to me directly, and I'd be happy to have a free consultation with you to just go over what the services are and see if it's a good fit.
Yes, I totally encourage that. And it's a great mentorship. And like I said, I've seen it firsthand. So thank you. One of the great things of being the publisher is and being able to be, learning about new products and services and unique services like yourself. So I'm so glad to know you. And I'm glad that we're able to shine some light on what you're doing out there. And just thank you for being with us today, Nancy.
Can I just say thank you for giving me the opportunity with Luxe because it's really been a great networking for me. And I love Luxe Magazine and everything that you guys do. And of course, you personally. But I'm just letting you know it's been a great way to start my business and kickstart it.
Thank you so much. The feeling is all mutual.
Thank you.
So, well, thank you again for being here. We appreciate it. Again, I am Alisha Tate. I am the publisher for Luxe Interiors and Design in Southern California. This is Luxe Local on Design TV, and we'll see you again next time.